they don't live the life of Islam. Many of them live in London. They live in, you know, different places where they live two different life. In Saudi, they're holy, and outside of Saudi, they're unholy. And when I went to meet with the sheikh, you know, and he is from the Saudi bloodline. When I met with him, you know, I read to him from the Qur'an, you know. The Qur'an commanded that every Muslim must fight. If you could not fight physically, you have to fight financially.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't fight financially, Allah will replace you with better Muslim, and you have no place in heaven. So therefore, you know, as I was reading out of the Qur'an, he has blessed me, you know, that day with a big, big sum check, you know, to advance Islam. And that was the start of millions of dollars.
Millions?
Millions. And that was in the 70s.
Well, he wasn't an observant Muslim, really.
No, he was not.
What are those guys? You were saying that they liked you. You could procure prostitutes in Europe for them, and little boys, and what else did they go for?
The PLO understood how to play these men. One of our mission training was, if the Saudi does not pay us money, is to go and bomb the oil wells in Saudi Arabia, in Kuwait, in Qatar, in Bahrain. So the Saudi and all these places were afraid of us. But in the meantime, when we had the offices, our PLO office, you know, the Saudi would come to us and we entertain them. The entertainment took two double-edged swords. The first one is to get the money out of them. The second part is to have something on them with pictures and stories and names.
Yeah.
So you collect that against them and then you turn it.
So you had cameras. They'd have these women and you'd have cameras filming them.
Absolutely. You know, we had pictures at that time galore, and Yasser Arafat had them in his, you know, specific place, you know, just to use them anytime he needed to.
How much money are you talking about from these guys? Do you have any idea?
I raised about over probably 50, 60, you know, $million in the 70s.
Yeah. And you were just a youngster.
I was young, but I thought I was doing a glorious thing for the kingdom of Allah.
Arafat himself got billions, didn't he?
He got more than billions.
More than billions?
Yes, he had several accounts. We knew about accounts in Switzerland. We knew about accounts in the United States of America, England, everywhere, even in Kuwaiti banks, you know. And he got his accounts split everywhere, and his wife hold 50% of his accounts.
Well, that's one of the reasons nobody killed him, because they didn't know who would get the money.
That's right.
Well, you write in here about an affair with the sheikh's daughter. Well, what about these Saudi girls? They want to get free of this oppressive religion?
The truth is, last year, over 6 million Muslims came to Christ.
Yes.
You know, many, many Muslim, young Muslim are hungry and thirsty for the coming of the Lord, you know, and Jesus said, I will build a church and the power of hell could not prevail. And Muslims are coming to Christ by the coming of Christ, appearing to them, or they're hearing the word of God through a TV station or through a radio station, and God moving in glorious power, and many of them have the encounter, like in Iran, when we went underground in Iran, the coming of Christ, he appears to group underground as they are gathering together, and he speaks to them. And these people are in the government, in the Khomeini government, in many places that they are Christian today.
He is actually appearing to them.
He is manifesting physically, and they see in the coming of Christ, and they believe.
Well, you were hired, though, when you came to America. You came to destroy this country, and you point out the fact that you were one of many who's here to undermine America.
That's very true. After fighting in Afghanistan, after training the terrorists from all over the world in Libya, you know, right there under Gaddafi leadership, I came to the United States of America for several purposes. To usher Islam underground and advance Islam, because culture jihad is stronger than 9/11. Culture jihad is coming against the American seeds, the children and grandchildren who have no hope. And it thrives on the poor, on the weak, downtrodden, the gang-ridden area, prison system. And so we studied everything in America. What is the weaknesses, you know, of America? And now we took the weak and we told them, this is what the rich American doing to you. You know, you are the servant, and Muhammad came for such thing like this. Our heart desire was specifically the black community, because we told them that you are a slave, you know, you've been enslaved, and and we come in here to free you. But we did not tell them the other part of the message, which is slavery today only permitted in the Muslim world and nowhere else.
That's right. That's right. What do you think? If Jesus is appearing to people, I mean, I know he's going to win, but who looks like he's winning the battle right now? Are there so many Muslims coming to Christ that it's going to turn the tide, or are they trying to undermine us? Who gets there first?
There are several groups of Muslims, but they are uniting together. As you see, Hamas and Hezbollah under the leadership of Iran, Sunni and Shia. So they're realizing today that if they don't rise up to become zealot Muslim, they're going to lose the battle in Islam itself, because many Muslim men and women are becoming Christians. They're attending underground churches worldwide, including Saudi.
Really?
It's happening in Saudi. It's happening in UAE. I went to Qatar about 9 years ago when it was still strict Islamic. We went to church underground, and there were from every nation and tongue, 600-700 Muslim men and women praising and worshiping God.
That must be terrifying to the Muslim leaders that this is happening.
It is. That's why radical Islam on the rise. You know, you see what's happening in Afghanistan and in Pakistan, and you see what's happening in Iraq right now and Iran. More people are getting killed under the Islamic laws than the Chinese history, which is China used to kill every day millions, I mean every year millions. And now the Muslims are leading.
Do you think these guys are going to try some overt attack against America? Something like an atomic bomb, something like that?
This has been studied from the time I came to the United States of America in the 70s, from the Canadian border without passport, without visa, crossing the Canadian border. We were trying to see what's the best route to bring something to the United States, whether from the oceans or whether from the Canadian border or the Mexican border. And this has been studied even today. You see there's tunnels underground, exactly the same tunnel as they are in Gaza strips. Just, you know, and these people are trying everything. And they're trying to bring civil mechanism in here, but they could not put it all together. The waiting is on Iran. The sooner Iran has their weapon, the sooner the story will finish. 9/11 would be nothing in comparison.
That's horrible to contemplate. Is your life in danger?
Absolutely.
It is?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, one time I was speaking at this place. It was a big ministry in Colorado. And as I was speaking there was 4 Pakistani came looking for Kamal Salim. And they came to that ministry and they said, surrender Kamal Salim and everybody will be safe. That day I walked right through them and they didn't know who I was. And the same, every place, 3 different instants, we walked through them. And God is, my time is not up. I'm here for such time as this.
Kalim, Kamal, I wish we could talk longer. Ladies and gentlemen, this book will blow your mind. I read a lot of books, but this is one of the greatest ones I ever read. It's fascinating, very well written. He had a lady named Lynn Vincent who was writing with you. She's a very skilled author.
She's anointed.
Is she ever?
Yes.
I mean, it's a great book. So it's available. The Blood of Lambs. Fascinating. Available wherever books are sold. Come on, that's so good to see you. May the Lord give you strength and protection, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Same to you.
God bless.